So, good evening. My name is Calvin Valentine, the creator of Live to Make History. And in this video, we're going to be talking about you are what you eat. Don't play with your food. Your body composition comes from everything you eat. Most of the things you're eating is made out of how you will physically look. So, are you ready? Let's go! So, before anything else, have you seen my before and after photo? Yes, they're literally 7 weeks exactly apart. Both taken 7 weeks apart. And what did I do differently? I changed up my nutrition. So because I had a serious shoot coming up, I had to deplete my carbohydrates. And obviously carbohydrates is the main building blocks of that bloat kind of look. That, you know, people are, oh, I got that face fat. A lot of people are like researching, I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, how do I get rid of face fat? So it seems to be a common issue. Everyone's researching, oh, how do I get rid of face fat, this and this, etc. Remember, I always say the same thing. You can't lose fat in a certain area. If you want to lose fat, let's just say your abs, your face, you have to do cardio or something with your nutrition overall, so you're losing body fat completely. And as you can see, I had one over here, that bloated kind of look, was still kind of in shape, but you can see my look at the face, it's just, you know, it's like puffier. And here, more tight. The funny thing is, I've had 2 cheat meals today. I'm not sure if you can notice the difference. Do I look still, you know, nice and tight? So, as I keep saying the same thing, you want to manipulate your carbohydrates. Yes, carbohydrates can be used in a way where you can still have weight loss. You want to manipulate your carbohydrates in a way where you continue to lose weight. Let's just say you don't like to track your meals, which I think you should be tracking your meals. But if you don't like to track your meals, let's just say you're eating carbohydrates, you know, 4 meals in one. You're having carbohydrates every meal carbohydrates. You're eating 4 meals a day and you're having carbohydrates in those 4 meals. All you can simply do is just have 3 carbohydrate meals. Start with 3, start small. Slow and steady wins the race. Have 3 carbohydrate meals and see how your body responds. Then 2 carbohydrate meals, see how your body responds, and just watch your portions. This is if you don't like to track. Obviously if you track, it's a lot better, but just go from slow and steady, and then have 1 carbohydrate meal. But depending on your training regimen, you know, make sure you have your carbohydrates before and after. Just see how your body responds. And I'm telling you, when you are able to manipulate your carbohydrates in a way where you continue to lose fat, or you minimize your carbohydrates and that water retention, you will slowly become tight. But why would you become tight? So, when you start to limit carbohydrates, or you just slowly, you know, to stop it, first of all, you may get carb flu. Carb flu basically means your body goes into overdrive because you just suddenly, randomly just cut out carbs. This is why it's a thing where you should never drastically start cutting things out. Slow and steady. So you may get carb flu, which basically means your body holds that carbs because it's thinking, oh, he's not eating enough carbs. I'm gonna hold it in, which means you may look more bloated. You may naturally look more bloated. It's a thing. But as you stay consistent, which is why in this short life, consistency goes a very, very long way. Once your body sees that you're making the slow changes and you're being consistent, your body will, okay, release away. Yes, your body will release that water retention because it's like, okay, he's being consistent with it. Maybe he's lowering his carbs. Then you'll realize the body will start pulling the water from beneath the skin. So this, you call this skin. A lot of people might say it's fat, but you have a lot of water retention that's beneath the skin. And obviously, people that have tighter faces or slimmer faces is because they have less water retention. Yes, genetics does play a role. But don't use genetics as an excuse. Don't use your genetics as an excuse. If you're an endomorph, naturally big, then of course you can have less carbs. If you're an ectomorph, like me, I'm natural ectomorph. If I don't train, my natural body type as a kid is an ectomorph. I'm going to need to eat a bit more carbs. But if I'm eating too much carb, you just pull it back a bit. Everyone's body's different. Don't blame your genetics, because it's a thing where you are what you eat, and you don't realize that until you see the change over time. Yes, the pictures are literally 7 weeks apart. 7 weeks apart, and there's a drastic change, and we don't notice the change. In the moment in time, we do not notice the change until time flies. This is why I always say, don't play with your pictures. Don't play with documenting things. I say over and over in every video, don't play with your documenting. Why? Because it shows a drastic change. You don't see the change now. Consistency, as I keep saying, slow and steady movements will get you to where you need to be. Wrapping this whole thing up. Yes, this is a quick video. Wrapping this whole thing up. Don't play with carbohydrates. Yes, carbohydrates are great for energy sources and it's utilized very, very well as energy. But in this Western society, most of us are consuming too much carbs. Too much carbs where it gets stored as fat or it holds that water retention, you get that bloated look. So, you want to look tighter? It's that simple. Manipulate your carbohydrates in a way where you become tighter, firmer, and it gets rid of that bloat and water retention. Slow and steady, it takes time, I'm telling you. Don't play with your nutrition. You are what you eat. Your body composition is from most of the things that you are putting into your mouths. Like, just thinking about it is crazy to actually think that that was my face before. Like, yeah, that was me before and obviously after. So for me, it was crazy to think that that was my face before. This was my face before. Just the crazy thinking of what manipulation you can do with your carbohydrates can really do to the body. So you limit carbohydrates in a way, not that you're restricting foods, not that you're restricting certain carbohydrates. You do it in a way where you continue to lose fat and that water retention progressively over time, and you see drastic results. So don't play with carbohydrates, because you are what you eat. So let's go out there, as I keep saying. It's crazy just thinking about that. Let's go out there and let's continue to live. Let's continue to live to make history. Why? Because you and I, we have one life.